1 minute until showtime.
Good evening, everybody. This is Chris of IMTN Worldwide Radio. Very excited. Haven't been online in a long time. This is my first show in many months for tonight. So hopefully everybody enjoys. Hopefully everything works. We'll find out soon. The radio show will start in about 45 seconds from now, but I wanted to go ahead and get the StreamYard going. My guest is ready. She's here and ready to go, so I'm excited. And now we're just going to make sure that all the buttons work, so to speak. So we'll see what happens. So can't wait to get started.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. Do you know what kind of woman you have to be to rise in an all-male run, all-male controlled, all-male executed, all-male domain, all men all the time? Do you know what kind of woman you have to be to survive? Not only survive, but to thrive and to gain their utmost respect, their utmost regard, and to gain the admiration of not only the men you work with, but everybody who encounters you. Do you know what kind of woman you had to be in 1980? You gotta be powerful.
Thank you, Oprah, for giving us that excellent intro every single time. Welcome, everybody. This is Chris, IMTN Worldwide Radio, and this is the first Women in Business show in over a year. 646-652-4479 is the number if you are listening to the Blog Talk radio station. I can't believe I remembered the number. Look at that, just rolled off the tongue there. Wow. Very excited for tonight. Just first and foremost, the Women in Business show is something that I created, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago now. I highlight women who started their own businesses or they began utilizing their personal talents to create a business of their own. Over the years, I've had some wonderful guests. I've had magazine publishers, lawyers, Olympic gold medalists, those in the media. I've had all kinds of different people on the show. And I was just determined to get the show back up and running this year. I've had a lot of, let's just say, difficulties over the last year. But I was really trying to really push this year. So tonight, our guest is someone who I've known for a few years myself. And actually, the first time we met was because I interviewed her as an intern for my company. The first time I saw her, it was actually in Panera Bread. That's not open anymore in Atlanta on Peachtree Road. And she showed me her sketches and designs, and she told me what her plans were. She told me the why and the goals that she had and everything, and how serious she was. And so to see her over the years progress has been really cool. And to actually see some of those sketches come to life has even been better. Excuse me. I've actually gotten a chance to shoot some of her work, so you get to see that down the line. Actually, if you saw the promos on Instagram and things of that nature, you see some of that work. But at the end of the day, seeing her goals come to reality has been really exciting. So who is that? Who are we going to have on tonight? Well, she is the owner of Clarke Designs. Her name is Jacquelyne Clarke, and we're going to go ahead and bring her into the show. Jacquelyne, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing excellent. So far, so good. I'm very excited to have you on.
I'm excited too.
Well, double applause. Everybody, all right, so I told you I'm rusty right here. This is my first show. So that being said, I'm glad that you had some time to take with us tonight. I've been wanting to get the show going again. Let me make sure I get your info up there popped up. So first and foremost, I wanted to kind of get into getting to know you a little bit, because I know you, but everybody else who will get to watch this either live or after the fact, or listening to the radio show and listening on Amazon Music or Spotify or iHeartRadio will never have heard of you before. So kind of give us, where were you born? Where did you grow up? And, you can kind of give us a little bit of maybe your early childhood, some of your early childhood memories or whatnot.
Okay, well, I am Jacquelyne Clarke Robinson. Some people call me Jackie. My family calls me JC for Jacquelyne Clarke. I am 26. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. I graduated from Lovejoy in Clayton County, but I definitely was born in DeKalb County. I went to Georgia Southern. I got my bachelor's in fashion merchandising and apparel design. And also, I got my minor in Spanish. I lived in Argentina for about a month and a half, so I'm pretty good at Spanish. Let's see, what else do you guys want to know about me? My favorite color is purple. Actually, I am a sustainable fashion designer. I love the environment. Even as a kid, I stopped eating meat because I saw some cows on the side of the road. And I was like, I just feel so sorry for them. Like, they don't even know what they're getting themselves into. And so that's pretty much me in a nutshell, just that story.
Okay. So actually then, and this is the wonderful thing about live radio and television is being able to bounce around a little bit. So you kind of gave us an insight in regards to the why, in regards to sustainability, in regards to, the future and things of that nature. Was that also the first time you felt that fashion particularly was going to be a part of your life?
No, actually, when I was 10, I was in a Girl Scout troop, and we were making aprons for our moms for Mother's Day. And I absolutely enjoyed that activity. Like, it was so fun to me to literally sit and watch nothing become something. And shortly after that, I asked my mom for a sewing machine for Christmas, and I got it. And I just started making things, playing with it, just putting random things together. And that's how I ended up knowing that fashion had to be a part of my life. And also That's So Raven. I used to love That's So Raven. And I love the fact that she used to make her clothes for school. And when I was in high school, I'm really tall, so it's hard to find pants that fit me how I wanted them to. So I would alter my pants before I go to class or before I went to school in the morning by hand, make my skinny jeans. I would get up extra early and take in my khaki pants and make them skinny if they felt like they were too big or something.
Wow, you were doing some stuff back then, huh? Wow. So in that case, well, again, you're doing a great job so far. I know you said you were a little bit nervous. I just told on you right there, right?
Yes, thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. So in that case, then what was the first thing you created? Was it the skinny jeans before school, or what was the first thing you designed? Maybe I should.
First thing I designed, besides the apron, the next thing I made when I actually got my sewing machine for Christmas, I had some random fabric just laying around, and I took some jeans and cut the pants legs off and sewed the random fabric into the jeans, so it made it look like a skirt. So it was basically I wish I had a pair of jeans so I could show you, but instead of like keeping the crotch, I cut through the crotch and I just put a random fabric around and sewed it, and it looked a hot mess. But keep in mind, I had to be like 11. And so
well, there it is though. And
actually Oh, I wish I had it with me. I do have a picture. Now that I think about it, I have a picture because I was on the back porch and we were living in Montgomery, Alabama. And I remember it was purple. It had purple flowers on it. It was really ugly, but I was so proud of it.
Well, do this when you get a chance, send it to me, and I'll make sure I post it up to
Most
add
definitely.
to when I post up the show and whatnot. I'll definitely do that.
Okay, and make sure you put a caption with it.
11 years old. I'll make sure I tell everybody. All right, so okay, so let's go into a little bit more in the present, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
Tell us more about your inspiration when it comes to fashion. You could talk about style or what you feel makes you unique, and definitely talk about your more about your clothing line as well, as far as sustainability and recycled fabrics and all that. I know everybody needs to know about that.
Yeah. When it comes to me designing, I literally come from a place of art. I don't design for style necessarily. Fashion is art to me. And whenever I make something, it has passion with it. It has a purpose. So right now, my collection I'm working on is my name. So it literally spells Jacquelyne Clarke Robinson. I decided to start with Robinson first because it was the more complex. Oh, let me back up because Jacquelyne Clarke Robinson, all my names stand for something. So Jacquelyne means in religious order, and Clarke means steward of Christ, and Robinson means fame bright. So when I was designing this, I was thinking about literally putting my name out there. Like, what's better than actually designing with the letters of your name? Literally putting yourself out there. And so I dug a little deeper and thought about what my name actually meant. And when I found out that Robinson meant fame bright and that Jacquelyne meant in religious order and Clarke meant steward of Christ, that it shaped me because I am a Lutheran, but I do have these downfalls that, everybody does. We're all human and we all have our downfalls. And I figured as Robinson being the meaning fame bright, I think of famous like as nighttime, bright lights, and that can be lonely, but fun, sexy, and it can be kind of lonely. And when I felt sexy and I was feeling fame bright because I was on cocaine really bad, I thought that I was just the cat's meow. And it was deeper than that. And so these outfits that spelled Robinson, they're deeper than it's a little risque. Yes, a little risque, because when I was in my fame bright period, I was a little bit more risque. I thought I was regal, so some of these outfits are extra and see-through and dark and red and very scarlet, and so after this I'm going to do Jacquelyne Clarke, which is the in religious order and stewards of Christ. And these are going to be beautiful pastel colors that flow and that look very light, and things that you might be able to wear to church or something like that. And at the end, I want it to be this beautiful piece that comes together, like the bad and the good can still make somebody that is beautiful inside and out, no matter what they go through. And so whenever I design, I definitely design from the heart. And speaking about sustainability, all my pieces have something recycled in them. For instance, I just made a purse today, and the clasp is a clip-on earring that I've sewed that I found somewhere. And the red is a picnic table, and I used my fabric and I put it on top and made it seem like it's a really elegant fabric, but really I just made it that way.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad that you were able to kind of give a essence of who you are individually, and then how that translates into what you create. Because everybody needs to be able to hear that, those who might be thinking about why they're going to do it eventually, as an example. So I do appreciate you being very succinct in that. Let me ask you this question. So with fashion, you know, it's the year 2022 now, right? So it's always changing. So what have been some of the obstacles that you've come across and that you've overcome in the last few years?
Oh, so some obstacles for me is definitely fast fashion. That is something that I'm always going to have to compete with because I believe that my clothes are worth more because I take my time with them and I don't use sweatshops and have people working using electricity at night and, you know, washing all of these clothes to do that. But fast fashion is very prominent. People love it because trends change so fast that you can buy this outfit you can buy this shirt for $3 and then next thing you know it's in Goodwill and you could just get something else. See, that's the problem I have with my clothes, because my clothes, I want them to be passed down through generations. I want my daughter to wear one of my dresses, you know, and I want her to pass it down because I believe in classic pieces. So that's part of the obstacles that I have, is that I don't believe in trends. I definitely believe in classic pieces. Like Coco Chanel, you can wear her pieces. They are legit timeless. And that's what I want. And so those are a few obstacles. But I would say another obstacle is probably just being more innovative with the type of fabrics that I do use, you know, to make it different. Since I am a sustainable designer, what can I do that makes it different? That's not like everybody else. Like, I don't want to use plastic for outfits because that's not necessarily appealing, even though it is sustainable, you know, so things like that.
Well, again, you just kind of mentioned it in regards to how trends do change and to not be tempted to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But you really made a good point about the being classic, and it kind of makes me think about that one photo shoot that we were in Atlanta doing, and the black and white picture. Actually, I posted that on the Instagram with Princess. And I said at that time, I said, I want to do this shot in black and white because of how her outfit looked and where exactly we were at. It would look great as a classic, timeless type of a shot. And I've always enjoyed that particular shot. So I definitely appreciate that. So far, so good, Jacquelyne. You're not passed out yet. All right. So tell me, what would you say your biggest accomplishment to date has been?
My biggest accomplishment, that is a hard question because every little goal I achieve, I congratulate myself because no goal, we're not putting it past anybody. These goals can be really hard to attain, and no matter how small. But let's say the fashion show that I'm going to put my clothes in on Saturday is a really big achievement because I made 3 pieces the fastest I've ever done it. I never realized that I could actually, I'm so faster than I realize I can. I've been giving myself benefit of the doubt. I think I sewed 3 pieces within a month's time, and that's the fastest I've ever done that. So, wow. And these are nice pieces, pretty elaborate. So when you guys got to come to the show.
Tell us about the show. Give us a name.
Okay, urbystudios.com. We're celebrating the 5th anniversary. And you just click on the, it says the number 5. It has the number 5. Click on it. Get your tickets. It's in Atlanta at Classic Film Studios, Saturday at 5, April 9th. April 9th at 5 p.m.
The link is on your Instagram page, correct?
It definitely is.
All right, so there's the Instagram page right there, _ J Clarke _ right there. So make sure you hit that for her fashion show that's coming up. Her 3 very quickly made but very nice pieces. That's really cool.
Yes.
Because I remember when you were first beginning and how long you told me it was taking you. So I remember those.
Yes, it was taking me at least 3 months for like one dress or one outfit. And now I'm sewing faster. My outfits are cleaner on the inside. It looks really good. I'm really proud of myself, to be honest, Chris.
That's all about progress. That's progression. That's what I've always talked about all these years with anybody. Is a matter of, as long as you see some progression, you can keep going the next day, the next week, next month.
Yeah.
When you get stagnant, that's when you start going backwards, and all of a sudden things change, and then you change, and then excuses and all that kind of jibber jabber. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you as well. Okay, just to let you know that.
Thank you.
Couple more questions for you, and then I'm gonna let you go. So what are some of the things you want to be able to do over the next few years? I know you're working on a few things, but what are some of those things that you can maybe tell us right now?
Definitely, I want to open my own sewing school. I want to be able to teach kids, college students, adults, senior citizens, anybody who wants to learn how to sew. I would love to teach them how to sew and open a school or just an area where you can feel good and you can feel relaxed, because I feel like people forget that sewing is actually important. Every day we wear clothes, and the only people that really know how to sew now are people that are, Mexican, or the workers in sweatshops and stuff like that. And I want people to see that you don't have to be one of those people. You can make your own designs and you can sew them, or you can go out and teach other kids how to sew, or you might be an illustrator and you want to, who knows, be an illustrator designer for somebody and get into SCAD and learn how to apply for scholarships and stuff like that. I just want to be able to tell indigenous kids that there's more out there for them than to play basketball, to be a rapper, or to be a social media influencer. Because there really is.
Yeah. Sewing used to be ingrained in, as far as culture wise. I mean, I remember my grandmother from years ago, and I'm not saying I actually made anything, but I knew how to lace it. I don't know terminology anymore, but I knew how to get the thread. I knew how to do all of that, and I knew how to do a little bit of it. I knew how to fix certain things for a period of time, because I was taught,
Yeah.
Now I couldn't tell you how to do it now, but
if you don't know, if nobody taught you and you have kids and nobody teaches them because they don't know, you don't know, and then they don't know, so they don't teach their kids, it just keeps going. And the next thing you know, it's a skill that's lost. And I feel like the Black community definitely needs to keep this skill, because we can do a lot of things by ourselves. We forget that we've done a lot. We used to do a lot of things by ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I want our kids to know that. And even people in college who are not sure what they want to do, but they might need a little outlet, because sewing is very calming. I've had a lot of people tell me it's therapeutic. All my sewing students, they open up when they sew and they talk, and they're very relaxed, and it just opens up a different part of your mind that just, it helps you be creative. It teaches you math. A lot of people don't know how to read rulers. I was very surprised that a lot of people don't know how to read rulers or do fractions.
Fractions. There it is. Watch out.
So that's what I want to do. In the next 5 years, I see myself opening up a sewing school wherever I'm at. That's my goal. That's my next goal, to be honest, is a sewing school.
Some big time goals for you. I know you're going to make it happen. 646-652-4479. Everybody, we do have a few more minutes. You have a chance to maybe call in. I know this was kind of an impromptu show. It is what it is, but we're having a great show. So everybody who's going to watch this after the fact or listen to it on Blog Talk Radio, definitely make sure you follow Miss Jacquelyne on her Instagram, and there'll be more post this show where you get some more information. And don't forget to send that picture. So second to last question. So what advice do you have for those who are considering getting into fashion design? At whatever angle they might want to come in, what is a piece of advice for you?
Sorry,
oh my goodness. That's what that was all that time. I was about to say something too. I was like, Jacquelyne, what is that?
Yes. Advice that I have for people getting in: get as much knowledge as you can. People say don't go to school. Go to school. I definitely believe in higher education after college. Yes, you could get experience, but school and knowledge is definitely good too. Learn your textiles. Really learn the stuff that you don't want to. The stuff that sounds boring, really learn it. You want to learn how some textiles are weaved so you can know what fabrics to put together and what not. All those pattern things, following the exact measurements, follow the exact measurements. Don't round up. Your teacher's being mean, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. As a design student, I feel like you need a teacher that will critique you, because people are mean and they're going to tell you if they like your stuff or not. So it is what it is.
That kind of reminds me of probably one of the best scenes in a fashion sense in a movie, Devil Wears Prada.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that scene, you know, she's talking about the belts, you know, and how just that right there, like, dictates a whole lot of stuff, right? And she explained it in a way that really does make sense or whatnot. And for a lot of people, it's just a shoulder shrug. Why would it matter? It's not a big deal. They're the same color, right? Stuff like that. And those are the things that some people can say that's tedious to learn. But like you just said, you have to learn it if you're going to get good.
Yeah, that's what makes the difference. I've noticed that's what makes the difference. Even when I took my classes at some classes at Parsons, I noticed the difference when I submitted my portfolio. My teacher gave me very, very, very rough criticism, but I needed it because it helped me look at things from a different way. Because even though I am a Black woman, sometimes I have to step outside of that and think about everything. You know, how will everybody think about this outfit? Not just how will a 26-year-old Black woman look at this outfit, you know? Yeah. And so I would say definitely listen to your mentors, to your teachers. Don't let them take away your creativity. But when it comes to construction and the right way to do things, I would definitely listen to that, because I know as a creative person, sometimes we tend to want to do things our own way. Yeah. So that's my number one thing. Definitely listen to your mentors and your teachers and professors and stuff.
That is some sound advice. And I hope everybody that does watch this or listen to the show definitely appreciates what you just said. There's some wise words there, Jacquelyne. So last but not least, how can people find you on the internet, World Wide Web? How can they find you?
Okay, so I do have a website. It's jclarkedesigns.com and Instagram _ J Clarke. Make sure that Clarke has an E at the end and _ again. And you can also pop up in Albany off of Gillianville and come say.
This is what I say. Everybody, just come on. You know, okay, I didn't expect that. And this is live. I couldn't stop you from doing it either. So actually, though, that's a kind of a good segment, though, because you do kind of have something big coming up. I didn't know if you wanted to say it or not, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity. There you go. So, I get to say this again in live and live in person, because we hadn't seen each other in like 15 years or so. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And as of now, I'm still, it looks like I still should be able to go. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months. So
Did you get the
Congratulations.
invitation?
I do. Oh, by the way, I do have the invitations. I did get them. I don't get to check the mailbox like I used to, but I do have them and everything in there. And so, yeah, so I'm very happy for you for sure. So
Thanks. I'm excited as well.
Gotcha. By the way, okay, if y'all didn't get that, because sometimes people don't know what the ring means.
Oh yeah, I'm engaged.
There you go. There you go. I was just about to say, because maybe people don't get it. You know, it's 2022. Stuff is not the same anymore. But anyway,
I know, right?
congratulations for sure. So, well, Jacquelyne, I wanted to say thank you so much being my first guest of 2022 on the Women in Business Show. You know, I've had some difficulties myself, and so I appreciate you, making yourself available this evening, and hopefully everybody enjoyed the show. Those who will see it, later on and whatnot. Again, I knew it was going to be kind of, iffy how many people might get to watch when I just say, hey, we're going to do a show. Boom, here I am.
Right.
Radio show, again, it's not going anywhere. That's where iHeartRadio and Amazon and Spotify and Spreaker and Blog Talk are really cool, because you can hear this forever. And you can send this to everybody, And then with the Streamyard platform, this is going to kind of help out, because now we get to actually see you and just, hear, see how excited you are about what you do. And that's one of the biggest things about the Women in Business Show is you do have something that people can actually get. And that's a business. There you go. So can't wait to kind of, get to see more of what you're going to do in the future. And we'll have you on the show again when you're New York Fashion Week rolling down the runway.
Speaking it into existence. You already know, Chris.
There you go.
You're going to be right there, because you were right there with me in the beginning.
I appreciate that so much. Well, I'm going to let you go, because I know somebody has some food to finish cooking. So
yes.
I just put her on Front Street, I know. But anyway, you take care, and I'll be talking to you again soon, okay?
All right, bye. Thank you for having me, Chris. I truly enjoyed this interview. It was very nice of you. Thank you.
No problem. You take care now.
All right, bye.
Everybody, that was Miss Jacquelyne Clarke. Let me get her applause. And as I mentioned, this is the first show I've done in a long time. I really think I think the last Women in Business Show interview was maybe last February. So it's been over a year, really. So again, it was a big deal for me to try to get things going back again, some kind of normalcy for myself. And I'm very excited that this went pretty good for a first interview in a while. So be sure to follow Miss Jacquelyne Clarke on Instagram, and that way you'll get to go to her website. And remember, she has a fashion show in Atlanta, so make sure you get to go, participate, help her out, support. __ J Clarke __ say that 5 times fast. Make sure there's an E at the end of the Clarke. Don't forget that. I did not forget. And of course, for IMTN Worldwide Radio, make sure you're following the Instagram page, the Facebook page, and the YouTube channel. It's still fairly new. I haven't been on there a lot, but there's going to be more content coming soon. My sports show around the ATL is actually going to be airing tomorrow night for the first time since January. It's a big gap, but we're going to get it done. It's going to be exciting. Going to talk a lot of Atlanta sports, but tonight was about the ladies, and so I'm so happy that Jacquelyne was here, and hopefully a lot of people get inspired, especially those who are trying to get into the fashion world. I mean, it is not the easiest industry to get into. There can be hard times, tedious times, but definitely fun times when you get that recognition of here's what I created and it's on somebody. Someone bought it, actually paid money for this. I made it with my own 2 hands. That's a huge deal, So hopefully everybody appreciate it tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here myself. Make sure you, again, follow IMTN Worldwide Radio on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And there will be more updates coming along soon. So hopefully y'all pay attention and catch up with me later. Until next time, y'all take care. Let's see if I can get the outro music going. I haven't done this in a while, so let's see if I can find it actually. Oh, here we go, right here. Here we go. That seems low. There we go. I see Jacquelyne dancing in the background. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it, so it's okay. Y'all have a good night.